Hi, and welcome back to my channel. I'm James Festini, your host, your mentor, your teacher, whatever you want to call me. I've encouraged you over and over to go to jamesfestini.com and check out these awesome products that I have. Now, as you know, I've been willingly giving away all of my secrets to you. But the most important thing you do is go to jamesfestini.com because I haven't given anything away. It just looks like it. So today's subject, it's going to appear that I'm helping you out with this door knocking campaign. Now, to follow up with my podcast, I'm going on a week-by-week campaign of rebuilding your business from the ground up, social network old school style. Now, we can go ahead and follow and friend and link to all of the people in our neighborhoods who are interested in buying and selling our products. Now, what I'm going to encourage you this month, because it's starting to cool down and now we've kick-started in, we're in a window of opportunity here that we're going to be very soon starting to have all of our clients say that they're waiting till after the holidays, or they're reluctant because of the new year, or perhaps maybe after Christmas. I mean, all of these things, we're going to start getting all of these objections. Now, if you go to jamesfestini.com, I've got all the answers to all of those objections, and the way it can make it perfect opportunity is right now going up to the door of people's houses and knocking. That's right. Old school social networking, door to door. I'm going to encourage you to go out door knocking. Get yourself a list of 500 or so houses in a neighborhood that you're very familiar with, and hopefully it's nearby you so you don't waste any gas or time. Now, what you're going to want to do is get this list, and you're going to want to compile a map and a campaign of these 500 homeowners. You're going to want to have that map and the list, and when you go out there, plot it out. Don't take too much time. You got to get out there and start working. But plot it out so that in the next 90 days, you'll hit no less than 50 to 100 doors a day. Now, I know this sounds like a lot, but imagine how healthy you'll get and how much weight you might lose just by going out and knocking on doors. Now, what you're going to want to do when you get to the door is have a piece of paper, a sheet of paper that lets them know who you are and why you're here, because more than likely, no one's going to answer the door. I'm going to encourage you to go out there and door knock between the hours of 4 and dusk. Now, you'll ask yourself, what is dusk? If the street lights are on, go home. If people are driving around with their headlights on, go home. Now, when you go to these doors and you knock on the door and they don't answer, what are you going to leave there? Well, you're obviously not going to leave without leaving something. That'd be insane. So if you go to jamesfestini.com and you just ask me about my campaign, email me. But I have a one-page PDF ready to lay out, a document layout, which you can either format with your Adobe, or you can use your PowerPoint, or you can use Word. It's on my website. It's under the door knocking campaign. Now, what you're going to want to do is have this one pamphlet, which is going to have a nice template of your business card, the comps, and a little note saying, sorry, I missed you. Now, what you're also going to have is another sheet for the people who actually do answer the door. Now, what are you going to say when they answer the door? You go up, knock on the door. Hopefully you're dressed somewhat professional and you don't look like a hooligan. When they answer the door, you're going to say, hi, my name is James with James Real Estate, and I was actually wondering if you might be interested in selling your house. Well, if they say no, say, well, thank you very much. And give this gesture like you're going to turn and walk away and say, oh, by the way, I've put together information on the comps in the area and what's been selling. Here, take a copy. And if you have any questions, maybe later down the road, please give me a call. And they'll say, okay, well, thank you very much. You give them your little sheet of paper, which you've prepared using my template that I get to you at jamesfestini.com. You give them that sheet. And as you turn away and slowly walk away, say, oh, you know what? Columbo style. You know how he always does that. One more question. Do you know of anybody who might be thinking of buying or selling in this neighborhood? They'll probably say no again and say, well, thank you very much for your time. Have a nice day, and walk away. Now, 50 to 100 doors is no small task. You are definitely going to be dead dog tired, but you're going to be doing the most effective, single most effective calling campaign. You see, because cold calling is dead. Now, don't get me wrong. It's not completely dead. Okay, let's say cold calling is in a coma, and we can go ahead and go out there and we might be able to reach people. But if you're in a depressed market and you're in a market where there's short sales and foreclosures, everybody you're calling on the phone is avoiding the telephone. because they don't want to pick it up because it's a bill collector. They're in default or they're in foreclosure. They're not answering their phone, or probably they're at work. And if you're calling them on their cell phone, no go. They're not going to like that. So I'm not discouraging you from cold calling. I'm a huge advocate of the cold calling and getting on the phones. However, more effective than getting on the phones is face-to-face contact. That's why these social networks are working, because you can actually pretend to make face-to-face contact and you can pretend to be networking, but the truth is all you're doing is clicking and maybe typing a few comments. So once again, go to jamesfestini.com and get out there and hit the streets. Start door knocking. Get yourself some business, immediate business, and effective face-to-face campaign. Man, you can't believe the power that you'll have in face recognition if you start hitting the streets. You'll get noticed. Trust me. Thanks, and have a good day.